Okay guys, let's get right into this. So this is a solution to fix multiple devices in a group. Mine was group 4. A possible problem when you try to boot macOS in Clover and it crashes back to Clover. And generally I think that's about it that I can help anyone else out with. But first we'll go ahead and when you run this one, like he originally tells you in his GitHub tutorial, you're going to get this set of numbers and this set of numbers, which is fine. That's the USB controller. But if you go ahead and run that, but take out this part, and you go through and look, and you'll see there's the one we just pulled up, but then right below it should be your problem one. And it should start with the 14 like the 14, but instead of 0.0 like up here it's 0.2. So you're gonna need to take down the set of numbers there and the set of characters here also. So once you have both taken down, I don't know if you put it in a text file or something, however you want to save it, or just leave the that terminal open. Except for you'll have to rerun it again once you reboot the computer. But the first step would be to go ahead and edit your grub file again. So you want sudo gedit /etc/default/grub. Go ahead and go and add your password. So in his tutorial he tells you to go ahead and add that line of code into the grub command line Linux default. You do all that. So here's the second set of digits for the original 14.0 that I had. But then what you need to do is come down to the grub command line Linux, add that same exact line that's above, word for word basically, except for the last bit here. You want to have it for the 14.2 instead, and then you can go ahead and save that, close out of it. You're gonna then, after you do that, you're gonna run sudo update grub to re-update your grub. After that, reboot the computer. When the computer boots back up, you're going to come into here, go into there, open up your Mac OS file. In here you'll have these two, which are the ones he originally told you to uncomment. But what you need to do is copy this one, paste it in down below, and instead of having 14.0 you want to have the 14.2 here. So there's your 14.0 there, and then you're going to want to have the same exact thing but 14.02 below it. Go ahead and save that, exit out of it. Then you want to come to the USB macOS, open that up, go ahead and copy the first line, paste it in down below, and then instead of 14.0 you're going to want to have the 14.2 here. Save that, close out of it, and you should be able to go ahead and open up a terminal from in here. Run your bash command. I think I typed that wrong. Yeah, I did. Make sure you type it right. So while that is running, I'm going to go ahead and explain this part here. Nothing to worry about, it just comes up. I don't know what it means and I don't really care. So it's okay to have that come up as long as nothing else comes up, just this cannot reset device stuff. So here at Clover, we're going to talk about the second problem that I was having. Was when I would come into here and try to boot up the macOS file, it would start booting, get so far, and then crash back to Clover. And generally what I found out the problem with that is the file in here, this Mac OS qcal file wasn't completely extracted and or downloaded. So make sure that does that. It should take a couple minutes to do that. If it seems like it went too fast, like it just instantly done it, then it's probably hasn't fully downloaded or extracted. The downloaded file is 4.1 gigabytes, and then this file, once you extract it, should come out to 8.7, 8.8, it's 8.6. Every time you run this file, it grows bigger, but anywhere between like that, 8.6-ish. So make sure it's downloaded and extracted completely. So we can go back into this and let it load up. And I guess I'll also add in some problems. Some people are having problems on getting in the DFU mode. I have an iPhone 10, so I can tell you what works best for me to get in DFU mode, because even though they have a script on the checkrain explaining on how to get into DFU mode, it's not necessarily the most accurate, especially with my experience is the one process you never hold it down for 6 seconds. But we'll go down to the checkrain, open it up. Should be able to plug my phone in now, and it's recognized iPhone X GSM iOS 13.1.3. The thing with the DFU mode that I was talking about is when you can follow it to the point where it has you first hold down the home button, then it has you release, not the home button, there's not the home button, the power button, then it has you release the power button and then hold down the volume down and power button at the same time. My experience with that is when you get to that point, don't hold it for like 6 seconds, hold it for like 3 or 4 seconds, and then release the power button and continue holding the volume down button. That seems to work the best. The full 6 seconds is a little too late, because if you don't release that power button before the Apple logo shows up, it's not going to work. Anyways, that's about it. So hopefully that helps some of you guys out and everything. I wish you all the best. Thanks.